Scientific explanations on why pork is forbidden in Islam and Christianity you didn't know about. 1. Pigs carry about 30 diseases which can easily be passed to humans. This is why Allah commanded us to not even touch their carcass. 2. Pigs are garbage guts. They'll eat their own feces and drink their own urine. 3. The pig is the only mammal that does not sweat, leaving the sweat and toxins to merge in its flesh. 4. When a pig dies, the maggots, bacteria, and insects eat its flesh faster than any other animal. 5. There is no safe temperature at which pork can be cooked to ensure that all these parasites and cysts will be killed.
All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 7, and it says, "In the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you." Verse 8, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you." I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out there that are laboring, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, making your call and election sure, seeking out your own salvation. And to you sisters out there that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husband, shalom, shalom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into talking about pork, you know, because this is something that we are not to eat. You know, pork, swine, you know, those are, you know, swine is another, name or title for the pig, man, which the pig is the land, is the bottom feeders of the land. You know, they are, just like the shrimp, crab, and lobsters are of the oceans, the waters, you know, and the catfish, you know, they all have which a similar purpose, you know, and we're not to eat them because they don't have fins and scales, you know. But all these things, Esau, you know, under his rule, he's made these things a delicacy. Salakia, you know, got my tongue tied. But you know, those things are not good for you, man, and they actually bring a lot of illness upon our people. Okay, so I jumped into this article here, and it says why you should avoid pork. All right, this is a 2016 article, and it says pork is most widely eating meat in the world, making up about 38% of meat production worldwide. It's especially popular in East and Southeast Asia, Europe, Sub-Saharan Africa, North America, South America, and even Oceania. All right. It says if you are at all familiar with the Bible, you probably remember that in it, God specifically instructed his people not to eat pork and shellfish. Many people are surprised to find this out, but in the Old Testament, God warned us that the pig was an unclean animal. Why? Because the pig is a scavenger and not meant for human consumption. It says, check out Leviticus 11, which I just read that, you know, verses 7 through 8. It says, no matter how you think about it, pigs are rather dirty animals. They are considered the garbage and waste eliminators of the farm. See, often eating literally anything they can find. This includes not only bugs, insects, and whatever leftover scraps they find laying around, but also their own feces. And then y'all seen that in the video clip I played in the beginning. As well as the dead carcasses of sick animals, including their own young. See? Hey, and the pig don't sweat, man. So they say all that stuff, man, those bacteria and diseases, all that stuff is within them, man. All right? It says at least one farmer has gone out to feed his pigs and never return. On that morning in 2012, he literally became the pig's breakfast. Look, they eat human meat, eat flesh. I think I saw a story. I don't know if it was true. Now somebody was telling me about it actually, where I believe a woman murdered her husband, and she chopped his body up and fed him to the pigs. They had a farm or something. She killed him and fed his body to the pigs, man. Let's just show you the type of animal we dealing with. All right, just knowing what a pig's diet is like can explain why the meat of the pig can be so dirty, or at the very least not so appetizing to consume, and while being grossed out may or may not be a valid reason not to eat something. it's vital to understand a bit more about porks before reaching your own conclusion. Let's talk about this popular yet seriously questionable protein source. It says problems with pork and why you should avoid it. It says 1, the pig's problematic digestive system. There are reasons that the meat of the pig becomes more saturated with toxins than many of its counterpart farm animals. The first reason has to do with the digestive system of a pig. A pig digests whatever it eats rather quickly and up to about 4 hours. On the other hand, cows take a good 24 hours to digest what it's eaten. All right. It says during the digestive process, animals, including humans, get rid of excess toxins as well as other components of the food eaten that could be dangerous to health. Since the pig digestive system operates rather basically, many of these toxins remain in its system to be stored in its more than adequate fatty tissues ready for our consumption. See, and this is why like we're eating it and then we have a lot of complications. Other issues with the pig is that it has very few functional sweat glands. See, I said that in that video clip as well, and can barely sweat at all. Sweat glands are tool the body uses to get rid of toxins. This leaves more toxins in the pig's body. When you consume pork meat, you too get all these toxins that weren't eliminated from the pig. None of us need more toxins in our system. You know, hey, ye are the temples of God, you know, and if you defile it, man, you know, you be destroyed. That's in the scriptures, all right? It says we should all do what we can do to eliminate and cut down on toxin exposure. One vital way to do is choosing what you eat carefully, and for me, that definitely includes completely avoiding pork products of any kind. And there's more in this article, but I'm not going to read it for the sake of time. We're going to go ahead and move on. All right. Because I got some other stuff I want to bring out, you know. And it says hidden pigs. It says Arthur Christine, I ain't going to try to pronounce that, explores the astonishing afterlife of the ordinary pig. It says Christine said that there were 16 million pigs in the Netherlands and 12 million pigs. 6 million people in the Netherlands and 12 million pigs. Oh, wow. Does that surprise you? In Australia, there are 4 times as many sheep as humans. What other livestock animals do you think tend to be a lot of? Pork bone fat gives soap a pearl-like effect. Manufacturers don't list pork bone fat on the label. What do you think that is? She listed pork parts in products such as soap. Hey, so it's in your soap. You know, it says you're not even supposed to touch the dead carcass. So they put it in soap, bread dough, toothpaste, gelatin, concrete. Look, it's in concrete. Wow. Train brakes, china. Look, it says paint brushes, beer, cigarettes. You know, hey, you got jakes that go out and they drink beer. Some of it might contain pork. You know, cigarettes, bullets. Man, did any of these uses surprise you? Why? It says, which of these uses she described did you think was the most important? All right. And then Miss, whatever her last name, I ain't gonna try to butcher that, mentioned that bread dough contains pig product as well. That is L-cysteine, which is used as a dough conditioner, and also is found in savory meat dishes. It can be made, it is most commonly made with duck feathers. Would you rather have pig hair or duck feathers in your bread? That's crazy. She said that she found 185 uses of the pig during her 3-year research. What uses can you think of off top of your head for a cow? Miss, I ain't gonna butcher your name, undertook the project to see if pigs really was an animal in which all parts were used. Hey, they use all parts. I worked at a slaughterhouse, you know, before this truth, back in like 2009, I was working at a slaughterhouse. All right. And it says the two ideals that ended the talk were that is odd that we don't respect pigs more, given all of our uses that benefit humanity. Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, it's really setting us up. We're not supposed to be, touching a dead carcass. We're not supposed to be consuming it, and so there's more on this stuff. But I'm not gonna read all that, man. All right. But I wanted to, just go through Google real quick, pull up a couple pictures. Like it's in Jiffy cornbread, Willy Wonka, Bottle Caps candy, Clorettes, Kraft Singles cheese, Pop-Tarts. I get the non-GMO Pop-Tarts because I like Pop-Tarts, but I get the non-GMO ones, and they don't have the pork ingredients in it. And for you brothers that like Doritos, and you brothers and sisters that like Doritos, they got certain brands of, like, they taste just like the Dorito chips, but they're non-GMO, and they don't have all the chemicals and the pork ingredients that Doritos have. All right, look, these Kellogg bars, bubble gum. This is why you gotta watch out for those lollipops that have like the gum inside it. A lot of jakes is chewing bubble gum and stuff, but there's pork in it. These biscuits, the mac and cheese, Velveeta cheese, Trident layers. See, gum, more your gum. Okay, gummy bears, Cheetos, the hot pie, apple pies from McDonald's. They contain pork, marshmallows, your Krispy Kreme donuts. And this is crazy. When they was issuing the jab, a lady actually took a jab because they bribed her for free donuts. She went down there to Dunkin' Donuts. I believe it was Krispy Kreme's or Dunkin' Donuts, one of the two. It could have been both, but she went to one of them, and there's pork in a lot of these donuts. That's why I stopped eating them. And it's crazy because my the plant manager on my job, she actually brings in donuts all the time, and then she be trying to offer them to me, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. They have pizza parties and stuff, and I tell them, nah, I'm good. I don't want none of that because it contains pork in it. I said marshmallows, right? Look, the Burger King buns, Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid mixture, Welch's grape, the jelly. They got the Welch's grape, the non-GMO kind. They don't contain all the chemicals in it. You gotta check out those labels and stuff. Look at this. Lucky Charms has it. The Jello packs, Jergens, the lotion, a lot of your lotions, your toothpaste, coffee creamer. I used to use Coffee Mate, even in it while I was in this truth. But I started to wake up. Let's see what's all on here. I think I mentioned all these. Look, the Kool-Aid, those little pouches. A lot of people give those to their kids, man. All right. This is Isaiah 66 and 17, and I'll end it on this. Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be a really long lesson. Just wanted to bring out a little information, just in case, just so that you're aware. There's a lot of your breads in the stores contain pork in it and stuff like that. They say go for if you have no choice, like if you can't make your own bread, they check some of the non-GMO bread. They have like a small section. You very little find any bread, good bread in Kroger, which that's where I shop at most of the time. But I think Meijer might have a bigger selection, or check your local grocery store where you might live. I don't know if you have Meijer or Kroger, and wherever you might live at. But, where I'm at, there's Meijer and there's Kroger. And when I go to Meijer, they have a bigger selection of healthy bread that don't contain the pork ingredients and stuff. And I usually go for, a loaf of that. But like I said, read food labels, man. And just as you come into this truth, you want to be very, very careful, okay? This is Isaiah 66 and 17. It says, they that sanctify themselves, purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree, in the midst. eating swine's flesh. Okay, so that's very plain. All right, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. And you might say, well, I don't eat mice. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of that Moab is big on that, man. Moab and Ammon and them, a lot of them Asian countries, they do, man. So you know, when they sell you that, you go to them Asian buffets and eat that food, I'll try to stay away from the meat. I'll just eat like the noodles, you know, or something like that. You know, some lo mein or something. But when that meat, man, is suspect, and they tell you everything chicken, and I'm like, man, come on, that don't look like no chicken. They selling you rat and mice, man, because hey, these nations all conspired together to actually overthrow us, and they still do it to this day, you know. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel, and shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. To the next one, shalom.